This is Whole Health with a Truly Writer. Again, you probably won't see my face because it's my media and writing and pen name. If I ever write anything or if I ever do anything publicly media-wise. So today is kind of a negative video, so a disclaimer: if you can't handle negativity, feel free to skip this video, stop watching right now, because you probably won't like it, because we're gonna hit over spirituality, emotional health, so spiritual health, emotional health, whether you have a toxic work environment or a good work environment, what's the difference? And if your society as a whole is healthy or a toxic environment. And so you probably won't like this video. So my profession right now is I am a licensed massage therapist, and it's not 100% a good work environment. Okay, let me explain. Society as a whole. As a kid, I was taught, as a greeting, people are like, how are you? But as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult, people would always ask me, how are you? And I'm like, what do they want to know? Do they want to know how I'm spiritually doing, emotionally doing, physically doing, mentally doing? If my finances are in order and I'm financially secure and okay? Do they want to know how my career's doing? What do they want to know? So, no one taught me to just lie to everyone and tell them I'm good, I'm okay, I'm fine. No one taught me that. No one clearly told me it's okay to lie to everyone who asks you that question. Just lie. Tell them that everything's okay, even though it's not. But society as a whole, they want me to lie to everyone about how I'm really doing. So, I have made mistakes. So, I used to have my own business as a licensed massage therapist, but no one actually taught me how to run the business side of things. So, I wasn't good at the business side of things, but it seemed that I was okay with actually giving people massages, and people seemed to really like my massages and everything. But again, these clients would come in and they'd be like, how are you? And it put the whole massage onto me, oh, they want to know how I'm doing, so they want me to talk during this massage session. And so I would talk about personal details and be like, this is my struggle, this is the more positive thing, and I would go all over the place because they asked the question, how are you doing? I don't ask the question because and the other thing is, there were other times where it's okay, this is a greeting, but when I ask the question of other people, how are you doing? I wanted to know how they were doing in their personal lives, what's going on in your life, like are you going through hard times? Are you going through more positive times? I actually wanted to know. I was generally wanting more information, but a lot of times people gave me, most of the time, everyone was like, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm good. And then sometimes later on, people are like, no, I'm not really doing okay. But it was well, why do you tell me when I initially asked that question that you were okay, fine, or good? So, it was society was sending me mixed messages of okay, this is a greeting, but at the same time, it's not a greeting. And I just didn't know how to handle it. So, spiritually wise, I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, and they're like, demons exist, and God exists, and God loves you, and God will limit the demons. And you can seek to have a personal relationship with God, and you can hear God's voice. And eventually, the longer you seek it, and you can seek after righteousness and holiness, and you won't attain it in this lifetime, but you can seek to become a better and better person. And then when Jesus comes at the second coming, then you'll be changed in a twinkling of an eye, and you got a head start. And as far as your moral character is concerned, so that may not have to change that drastically when at the second coming of Jesus. So I really strove for that personal relationship with God for years. And then something happened where there's either aliens or evil individuals that have superpowers, or there's demons. Well, they ganged up me in the spiritual planes, and they have tried to do mind control over me and feeling control over me and take away all of my thoughts and all of my own feelings. And somebody is limiting them, but it doesn't seem like they're being limited that much. And so, like, I'm like every second of every day and night that I'm awake, it's like they're trying to take over my thoughts and my feelings. And so, like, I have a hardcore spiritual battle that I'm facing, or fighting for my own mind, fighting for my own feelings. That's going on like pretty much 24/7 as long as I'm awake. So my only break is sleeping, which is like 8 hours a day. And sometimes, like, they're manipulating my body to spontaneously wake me up when I just got into a deep sleep, or almost got into a deep sleep. So, like, that, you have that struggle going on. But then you have everyone in society telling you, like, we're in the same boat. I feel exactly the same way. Well, I didn't choose to live in a society where you have to poop and pee. I didn't choose to live in a society where you don't get good nutrition from your food. And so you're drained of energy. I only have so much energy in a day. But then you have, like, the government. It seems like the governments are against the people, and they don't care about us having proper nutrition and a proper salary to be able to pay for everything we need. I just want my basic needs met, and maybe some cheaper things that I like, you know? Like, I don't have to have the expensive jewelry or the expensive toys, but can't I have, like, the cheaper fun toys? You know, and be able to afford my own apartment and continue to afford groceries and get good nutrition in my food and everything, so I can have more energy. But it's like, I feel like the government as a whole and society as a whole has made me a massage slave in a way, because I make like about $37,000 a year. I think that's after taxes, or it could be before taxes. I don't know. But everyone's like, that's enough to live on. No, it's not, because cars are expensive. I live with my parents. I can't afford to live on my own because I can't afford the utilities, because you need, like, to be able to save and get ahead and be able to handle a rainy day. You need, what's it called, $1,500 a week, because that would, like, pretty much pay for your apartment and utilities. And then like the second probably week, because I'm thinking like average of like 4 weeks, you put your money into 4 different categories. So the next week you save for your next car, or any car repairs, or car insurance. And then the third week you save and you use that for some of your expenses. And well, that would be more like other expenses. Okay. And then so the second and the third week, you would basically be like some of its expenses, like having a cell phone, paying for the internet, clothes, food, if you had a pet, and their food and your food. And then the fourth week you save completely. Well, you don't make enough money to do all that and get ahead in society. So what's the point of living here? I wish someone would just rip me out of this society and be like, okay, we're going to put you in utopia where everyone's going to do their best to work and be productive and work together as a team and stuff like that. And I would prefer living in a religious society where it's like, we don't believe in God and all, as long as like the morals were higher. But it's like, so recently something bad happened where a massage therapy client was late and she didn't know the difference between a Swedish and deep tissue massage. And I was trying to explain it in simple terms and be like, Swedish is for relaxation, for the relaxing the muscles as a whole. It's for sore and achy muscles. And deep tissue, you're taking your time to thoroughly work out knots and muscle tension and trigger points and stuff like that. I was like, cool. Yeah. And the client sounded like they really wanted deep tissue, but they were from another state where they do things differently. And I guess in that state, they don't charge extra for deep tissue. So she expected me to do a Swedish massage and work out all her knots in a Swedish massage. And in a Swedish massage, I normally focus on like massaging the muscles as a whole. So it's like, no, I'm not going to work out your knots because in this state, you get charged extra. Well, I talked her into doing deep tissue. She was late. I had to do a consultation because I'm the type of massage therapist and I'm licensed in the state that I live, where it's like, if I don't find out what someone wants to get out of the massage before they get on the table, then I can't give them the massage that they need. So it's important for people to show up on time at the very least, or even better if they're earlier, because I was taught when I used to do door-to-door sales, to be early is to be on time. If you arrive on time, you're pretty much late if you're showing up to an appointment. So I tried to arrive 15 minutes early. That should be a thing in society, that you arrive 15 minutes early. You're not arriving on time. But she ended up taking it out on me, and they charged her for 60 minutes instead of a 90-minute, and she had booked a 90-minute. And then I got docked 30 minutes of my wages. And they took the side of the customer, and so it made me feel like, again, I'm a massage therapy slave. I don't get a legitimate wage to live in this world where I'm stuck in here 24/7, 7 days a week, have to work 5 of them, can only work 4.5 manual hours of massage time. That does not include the 15 minutes free that I give people in between massage therapy sessions, because I need to go to the bathroom, because we live in a society where we pee and we poop, and we women, if we haven't gone through menopause, we have a period, and my period lasts like about 6 to 7 days. So sorry if this is too graphic for you, but if I had my way, I would live in a society that you get all your nutrition that you need, and I wouldn't have to have a period, I wouldn't have to pee, and I wouldn't have to poop, because all my cells would take in that nutrition that I needed 100%. And then there would be a different way to understand your monthly cycle for I forget what is the word. I'm looking for, here you go. Physiology. So what is it? The reproductive system of the body. So, yeah, I'm trying to do the best I can. But I feel like a failure. And every time I make a step in the right direction, it seems like I hit 2 steps backward. So again, Swedish massage. You're doing strokes where you're like broadening, and then you're doing a stroke where you're lengthening. And then deep tissue, use some Swedish strokes to warm up the tissue a little bit, but then you're trying to like fine tune it and get in and work all those knots out. And again, these muscles are smaller, so it looks like I did my job in like a few seconds, but it takes longer to work out muscles in a deep tissue massage. Anyways, so in the past with some of my bosses that I've had, they have told me, oh, if you have a problem with a client, you can come vent to me. And I'm okay with you venting or whatever. Well, today I got really, really mad because I found out I wasn't gonna get paid in full for that 90-minute massage. And so here I was venting and everything. And someone wasn't happy that I vented because they're like, it's not my fault. And even though I told them in the conversation, I'm not mad at you per se. I'm mad at the client because they gypped me of some of my wages and like society as a whole or whatever. They're like, can you not vent to us in the future? And basically it was like that reinforcement of how everyone treats me. My parents don't want to know me. The people that I called my friends in the past, they don't want to know me. Counselors don't want to actually help counsel you and help you improve as a person. Because counselors in the past, they made me think that I'm the crazy person, and they didn't really want to help me. They just wanted to put me on medication, pharmaceuticals, and they didn't actually want to counsel me and give me words of wisdom and give me advice of how to handle my situation. So it's like counselors don't even want to do their job. Massage therapists, when I go get a massage, no one does a good job with me where they help release all my muscle tension. So it's like I can't even get a good massage myself. And so that's part of the reason why I feel like a massage therapy slave, because I try to do the very best in every situation that I can, but I'm hitting burnt out where I can't handle it anymore, and no one cares. No one cares. No one's gonna come into my life and help make my life better and make it so I can have a positive environment, work environment, like home environment. I don't even know how to believe that Jesus is God anymore. And so I'm doing Bible studies, and it's like if I give another perspective of like, I'm not sure God exists, or I'm not sure that Jesus is really God, they're like, no, Jesus is God, Jesus is God, but I have no proof. I prayed for years for spiritual protection, and demons or evil aliens or evil individuals that have superpowers, they attack me. They have been attacking me physically, they have been attacking me emotionally, they have been attacking my mind, they attack me in my career. I have no safe space to be my own person. And I end up getting blamed for everything. Like, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. And I try to learn from my mistakes, and it still ends up being all my fault. All my fault. And people have hurt me. People have harmed me. But no one's apologized to me, to my face, or in an email. Like, my friends, when I did try to have friendships, I had to call them up on the phone. They never called me. It was rare that any one of them called me. So it's like I don't have friends. My family doesn't act like a real family because I can't connect and bond with any of them because they don't care about actually knowing me. So something's wrong in society, but I don't know what it is. And I don't know how to fix it. I'm powerless. I don't have superpowers. Because if I did, I would make it so I didn't have to pee or poop or have a period. And I would duplicate myself and make it so sometimes I have a double me so that I could massage myself because no one wants to give me a massage. And if I did have a superpower, I would figure out a way how to get a hold of material that I get one language that is one sound, one grammar, and you spell everything like it sounds, so I can develop a fast comprehension level, because my reading comprehension level, it takes time. It takes time to thoroughly read. It takes time to, what's the word I'm looking for? To comprehend what you're reading and understand what you're learning. And there's times where I'm reading words on a piece of paper and I'm not actually comprehending what I'm reading. So then I have to go back and read everything all over again until I can comprehend what I'm reading. And then I don't remember everything that I read just because I read it. So, but it's like everyone expects me to remember everything that I read or everything that I listen to, or if I have to work on continuing education for massage therapy, it's like they expect you to be able to see the massage therapy technique one time and then you're able to implement it into your practice or wherever you work. And it's like society as a whole is going down the drain, and there are the Christian denomination that I grew up in, they're so hardcore Christian. They're like, we're living in the last days. We're gonna go through the last days. Well, I went over in my last video, we do not know how to live off the land anymore. In order to go through the last days, the beginning part of the last days, you have to be able to live off the land. And that means grow some kind of plant that you can make your own clothes off of. And dye, you have to know how to dye your clothes. And you have to have a grain and a protein and fruits and vegetables and you have to have enough for all the different seasons to get through the last days. And so everyone's seems so happy about it. Oh, we're going through hard times. We're all in the same boat. Oh, and they complain to me, and it's like, no one cares about me, so I don't really care about hearing any of their complaints anymore. And if anyone cares about me, they only care about me in a superficial way only. They don't care about my actual needs, my need to be loved, my need to be able to connect and bond with other people, my need for good nutrition, my need for a good health care where they're actually going to correct my spine so I no longer have slight scoliosis, and my need to have my muscle tension in my spine gone. No one cares. But if I could change my situation and my circumstances, I would. But no one is fighting for me, so my circumstances can change. And so I try to make the best of life every day. But if I get like a little dot of happiness, some massage therapy client comes in and they tell me I'm wrong about my definition of a Swedish massage versus a deep tissue massage. And then they jip me of my wages. So, I'm probably never going to get what I want. And if we truly are going through the last days, I have no way to get through the last days because I don't have the skill set to get through the last days. And I'm vegan because I'm allergic to meat and dairy and stuff like that. So there's no way to get through the last days because unless you grow food in the wilderness and you've gone ahead to plant food in the wilderness and have a running path to be able to do that when it's time to hide in the wilderness or the woods or wherever, you're not going to have food to get through the last days. You're going to starve to death. And I don't have the ability to actually connect to the real creator God of the universe if God actually exists. There has been no supernatural aid that has come to me. So it's like, well, I would literally starve to death. I would go homeless and starve to death if things keep getting worse and worse and worse. But society as a whole, I'm chopped liver. No one cares about me. My bosses don't really care about me. My coworkers don't really care about me. My clients really don't care about me. Everyone's okay with me feeling like a massage slave. No one wants me to actually live in a positive environment because in order for me to live in a positive environment, I need everyone around me to become positive and change society as a whole, where we all get paid a salary for the energy that we have in our bodies. And I don't know how that works because I don't know how to create a money system where everyone gets paid a salary, because the problem society is it's a consumer society where it's like everyone's like consuming. So you get paid for what, like, I mean, you get paid for what other people consume or for the service. So if everyone switched to a salary, then you would have to somehow create a system in society where like everyone gets paid a fair salary, but there's a limit of what you can spend every month or whatever, where it's like, this is approximately how much food you need and that you consume, and this is what you need for food. This is what you need if you have a pet. This is what your pet needs each month. This is what you need each month. And then you have allowance of like, this is what you can get each month for clothes. This is what you can get each month for cleaning supplies. And then like if you don't use everything one month, then it rolls over to the next month. So you could save your money to buy something special so I guess like you're creating a class system or whatever. But like the ideas of creating a class system is your teenagers are lower class, and then adults, depending on your age, you're middle class or higher class. So I don't know, just an idea. But how do you convince people to do that in society? Because every time I've talked to people, they're like, oh yeah, society's really, really bad. And I'm like, someone should do something about it, but no one wants to do anything about it. And how do you wrangle like everybody in society to be like, come on, let's do something. Let's make changes. Let's make our society better. Let's care about the health of individuals, the whole health. Making sure all the different systems of the body are functioning properly. That means the muscular system. That means the skeletal system, the circulatory system, which is like, your heart and your blood going through your body. The nervous system, the lymphatic system, the digestive system, the respiratory system, the endocrine system, the urinary system, and the reproductive system. Like, why are doctors just treating one system and expecting everything to be okay? And so mainstream doctors, they'll just treat one system of the body, and then it's like, well, what about your emotional health? What about your spiritual health? What about your financial health? Are your physical needs all being met? Are you getting the love that you need so you feel like you're a valued member of society, or that you feel like you matter? So I don't feel like I matter anymore, but no one cares, and everyone's like, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. Well, if we're all in the same boat, how come when I talk to you, I don't feel like when you talk to me that I matter to you, that I'm important to you? If I died tomorrow, I don't think anyone would come to my funeral because they don't care. They don't value me. They wouldn't even shed one tear if I died tomorrow because they don't value my life. But every time someone comes into my massage therapy appointment, I value their life. I value them while they're on the table. And I try to do the very best I can for them. And I guess that's why I got so mad at the woman who tipped me on my wages. For she was late. And we ended up being 15 minutes late starting for a 90-minute massage, which is really an 80-minute massage. And I did my best to value her when she was on the table. I valued her. I did my best to love her while she was on the table. And she turns around and she's like, I don't value you. I'm gonna chip you 30 minutes of your wage. And that's why it's hard to live in this society. Because I value everyone around me more than they value me. Because they can't be bothered to really care and actually be like, how are you doing? How are you doing? How can I make your life better? I try to make everyone's life better around me. But when I need to vent, someone will be like, I can't handle it. You're too negative. Stop talking. It's just another message. I don't value you. I don't value your life. I don't value that you need to vent. I don't care that you're in pain. Stuff it. Shove it. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to know how you're doing. But that's how society is. We're going down a dark path. And people think that Jesus is gonna come. But I'm like, if Jesus is really God, society as a whole isn't ready for the second coming of Christ. Because if this is how society treats me as a whole, and individuals only want a superficial relationship with me, well, I don't want to go to your heaven. Because your heaven would be a superficial heaven. And I want deep, meaningful relationships with people. That's how I picture heaven. Everyone being loving, everyone being kind, everyone being caring, everyone deeply caring about one another. And the way everyone's treated me who even claims to be Christian, I don't get that from any of you. But you want me to believe that Jesus is God. Go ahead and believe that Jesus is God if you want. But I prayed to God or Jesus for years, and he didn't answer my prayers. to be loved. He didn't answer my prayers for deep, meaningful relationships where I can connect and bond with other people. So that's a bad sign. To me, that's a sign that Jesus may not be God. And I would need to see God face to face, whoever God is, in order to believe that God is God and that God created me. And they would have to do stuff to prove that they are God. And right now, if there is a God, if there is a creator God, that God is not proving to me that they are God and that they created me and that I am valued and that I am loved. Because everyone deserves that. But society as a whole, when it comes to how people treat me, they don't care. So, I'm sorry this was a more negative video, but it is an honest review on society as a whole. To me, we're headed to a dark place. People may think that means Jesus is coming. To me, it doesn't necessarily mean Jesus is coming at all. It could just mean society as a whole is headed to a very dark place, where if you care about anyone in the future, you only care about them in a superficial way. So, are we going to care about people in the future? I don't know. I'll try my best to hang on as long as I can and keep caring about others even though no one cares about me. But I'm hitting burnt out. I'm getting really, really burnt out. I'm tired of being the only one that cares about everyone around me. And when I need to love myself or do something for me, I'm not able to do it. So, I'm still doing the best I can, but I don't know how long I will last. And to me, if there is a creator God of the universe, I don't know. I kind of want the creator God of the universe to do a mercy killing and be like, please take your breath of life out of me and let me die in my sleep, a painless death. And let me cease to exist for all of eternity if I didn't meet the requirements to live in your kingdom where there is love and kindness and everyone is positive. I'd be okay with a mercy killing, because I was taught the dead know nothing when they die. Look it up in the Bible. Study it for yourself. The dead know nothing. So, to me, if there are evil individuals, whether they're aliens or individuals that are humans or some type of intelligent being that has superpowers, or demons, or angels, or whatever, what am I trying to say? There's something out there that is evil, but I'm not sure where God is, if there is a creator God. So again, sorry this is more negative video. No one really wants to hear anything I have to say on this channel anyways, so probably no one will watch it. So I'll probably be safe, and you don't know who I really am. Because again, I have a pen writing in media name, and you probably won't see my face. But I needed to vent, at least to the internet. At least maybe to the ones who do care. If there is someone who does care about me out there. But in this society, no one does. But again, I will try to do my best to keep loving those around me. But I guess I had a bad expectation with the woman who arrived late and kept me talking before getting on the table, and we started like over 15 minutes late. I guess my expectation was I'm going to do the best for you. And I expected her to do the best for me in return. And instead, she's like, no, I'm going to gyp you of your wages. So maybe I should just expect everyone to gyp me of my wages. And if I have that perspective, then if someone actually pays me for my time, be thankful for what I am able to get. So I guess as I'm talking, I came up with a solution to the problem. So I'll probably have to write that down on a 3x5 card though and take it to work. Expect everyone to gyp you of your wages and be thankful for what people are able to give you. And just do your best, even though these people who gyp you of your wages are demonstrating through their actions that they do not care that you were ever born, that they do not care that you are alive, that they do not care that you have needs too. But do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So even though no one else loves me, I'm going to try my best to love everyone else, even though no one loves me in a deep, profound way. That is the lesson of my story for today. Do unto others, even though no one's gonna treat you how you would like to be treated. And yes, I did vent, but sometimes you need to tell people how you feel because you need to get it off your chest. But the new rule at work is no one wants to hear it. So I have to talk in a calm manner. And I have to figure out a way to talk in a calm manner that's like, this is facts. This is how life is. And there's nothing I can do to change it. And so they smile and they pretend to like you. But I don't think anyone really likes me. But I guess that's how people really want me to think. That they don't really care, that they don't really like me, that they don't really value me, but they expect me to value all of them and like all of them. But no one wants to value me. So, life in society is unfair. Completely unfair. But I do not possess the power to change it. Collectively as a whole, the group as a whole, if we want society to change, we all have to come together and decide how we want society to change. You can't put it on one person to change society. It doesn't work. So if people really want it to change for the better, we have to schedule meetings. We have to be like, how do you want society to change? How do you want the financial structure to work? And I do not possess the power to do that. So good luck, everyone. I hope you all feel loved and valued and that your life matters, even though I don't feel that. I hope you do. So until next time, and I wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. If for some reason you do like what I said, feel free to like and subscribe to this channel. On this channel, I am real. I am not a superficial person. So if you're looking for a superficial person or a channel to subscribe to, then you have come to the wrong channel. Until next time.